Hello and welcome to my review of the Olympus 40-150mm lens. It's a zoom lens and I've come out here into the wilderness to zoom in on this tree and see how good it is. There's one of my edited pictures of the tree. It's my favourite picture of the tree that I got on my outing. And we're going to do some more image samples a bit later and review the lens today. So here's the lens. It's a zoom lens and in a moment you'll be able to see me zoom it right out. It obeys the micro four thirds principles of it's small and light, but it really does zoom out quite far and it does have a really big reach. That was one of the reasons I got the lens. I wanted something that gives me a lot of reach. When I'm out it's light, it's easy to carry with me, but if I really want to I can get things that are far away that I can't maybe do with my smaller and wider primes. So you can see it's a plastic mount. It's not a greatly constructed lens, you know, it's good enough, it's not strong. It's plastic, it's mostly plastic. I don't know how well it would survive if I dropped it on the floor, but it's lightweight and it zooms quite a lot, so I'm quite happy. It seems nice enough. Not as good as the 12-40 though, and certainly not as good as the primes. I use it with a lens hood and I wasn't going to pay Olympus a silly money for the lens hood, so I got a third-party lens hood, which sort of clips on. It's really difficult to get this lens hood on. Easy to get it off, and I took several tries and this is my third attempt at getting it on, although you won't see that in the video, and finally it's on. It does obscure most of the lens though, so you have to take it off and put it on the other end or you can't really zoom or do any focusing. So with the lens hood it becomes quite a big long lens when zoomed out to 150mm, which is 300mm in full frame terms. So the lens goes from 40-150, which is 80 to 300mm, so it has a really long reach on it. Even it's quite long at the shortest end. Its aperture is 4.5-5.6. So here we can see it out in the field, and because of where I was taking the picture of this tree, this had a crazy road behind that was really busy, had cars whizzing down it at really high speeds. I couldn't take a tripod, I couldn't take it anywhere with me, so I've used a 360 camera and placed it on top of my head, and you can see here's the tree I'm going to be taking pictures of. It was also a cold day, hence why I had the hood up. It wasn't raining, but it was freezing cold February day. You see I've got the lens hood on my EM10 on the lens, and I'm at 40mm, but later I'll be zooming out to 150, and you can see that tree is really far away. And let's look at some of the images I got with it. So here's an image at 17mm, actually using my 12-40 lens, and this is zoomed in 100%, so that's just give you a bit of perspective. Here's at 40mm using the 40-150, and this is zoomed in at 100%, so we can look more in detail at the picture. Another one this is at 150, and then if I zoom in at 100% you can make out the bird, and actually zooming in at 100% is quite good. This is at 40mm, a little bit down the road, the wider perspective, and here you can see I zoomed into 150, so you can capture fairly wide and then zoom in for some detail. So I was walking about after I took my picture of the tree, and I thought, oh, this is perfect for what the lens is. Here are some ducks. I love to take pictures of ducks on the canal, so I use the lens to take some pictures. It doesn't look like they're that far away, and you probably can't even see them on the 360 camera, but I could get really close-up pictures of the ducks. And again, zooming into 100%, ducks are quite good because you can check what the level of detail is, and the level of detail is really quite good for this lens. The lens I paid about £85 for, so to get this level of detail for a zoom lens I'm really quite happy with. So to sum up the lens, this is my favourite picture from the trip, but unedited, and in a moment it will become edited. You'll see it transform. So this is just straight out of Lightroom with no changes. So to sum up the lens, it's light, it's quite cheap, it's essentially a kit lens, but it has a really long reach, and it obeys the micro four thirds principles of lightweight, easy to carry. So if I'm going out on a trip, I might take that and take this lens and just put it in my pocket, but as a backup lens if I want to reach something really far away. But it's never going to replace my prime lens, it's never going to replace my 45mm 1.8, but it's a really good second lens for getting the really long reach for when that happens, which admittedly for me isn't very often. I hope you found that review useful, and here are some other videos of Micro Four Thirds related photography reviews. So we've got the 12-40 review, which is a very good lens. We've got the 9mm fisheye, an amazing cheap Micro Four Thirds lens that's about £20, and a review of a Nissin i40 flash. So have a look at those, and hopefully you can join me for some more videos and some more reviews later. Thank you very much.